All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready. 58 to Mike. Go. Bang. Go.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
He's coming. General West. 5.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Come on, QB, come on.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Eckler. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Hey, check 20. Hey, Sam off.
On third down, here's Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones completes it to Coleman. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Leo. Ready?
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Get it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jones now operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle there by Breanne Body Calhoun.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go.
Here's Jackson to throw. That one complete to Hill. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Great job.
Tyreek Hill. 47 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Look at me. Score. Check 24. Check 24. 5.
Here is Eckler. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set 70, Indy. I'm here all day. Kill, kill, kill.
Under 6'6", bullet high.
Check 50, check 50. Say,
Rock it. Hit it.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
you. Rush in. Hatchet.
Shoot.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Go.
Safety creek. Alert flare.
Down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the ready.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hard.
Check.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Check 13. Check 3.
Big grip.
And a give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Get in the weight room.
22 jet bomber. You're out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch the screen.
Hey, exit.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
And they give this time to the tailback. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
No.
They'll try and run for it. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let him know.
A final shot before break. Jones, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he finds Austin complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Giants' 40-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
First down, it's Jackson. Completes it to Austin. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on second and 7. Jackson will throw again. They complete it to Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 22, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Sterling Shepard. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
You can't block me. You can't block me. He's checking. He's checking.
Rock it.
Check. Press them.
You draw Corkers.
Whip.
Hey, Delta. Get it ready.
Now Jones. Got a man Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Let it 50 plant. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sponge. 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 No, no, no. Check 43. Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
58, come on. I got him. Hey, wahoo. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's go. Pilot, 64, weak. Long day offense. It's going to be a long day.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Watch the edge. 25. Check 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a first and 10 at the 17.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you, boy.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check.
80 weapon.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Down. 30 base.
Stay with your man. Check 9.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Show it out. Shoot.
You're out. Shoot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, Sam off.
Check.
He's 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Echo. Now.
Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Watch the
Hey, lock it.
Watch the ship. Check 99.
Be careful.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
There.
36.
Topper. Hey. High 7. Go.
Here's second and 8. Flushed out right. It's hauled in by Shepard. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. He's coming, he's coming.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really difficult.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Check Greystone, travel. Look at me. Door, door. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Catch made by Slayton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Rock it.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 49.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 12-yard line.
Got it?
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Check, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it. Big hit.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Check 3.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, 46 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready? Go 58 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Watch twist. Watch twist. Boys, 58. 58, Mike. Let's get the ball. Let's go.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kenny Young able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Cowboys, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.